Are you serious?
Bro, you need to stop moving so much.
Dude, I'm just trying to punch, like, while I'm standing still. Not, you know, punch and then slide because this is clearly an ice stage.
Do you hold neutral on the stick?
By hold neutral, if you mean, like, hold nothing, yes. I don't think holding neutral really makes sense if holding neutral is holding nothing.
To me, that's neutral on the stick.
Yeah, but you don't hold.
Well, you do.
Dude, I take my hand off. I take my finger off the joystick.
Dude, oh my gosh! I was literally on the ground, but okay. Well, yeah, but, like...
Yeah, but there's, like, what I mean is there's no holding involved. Like, it's...
Like, when you hold a position, you're not actively moving your character all around it. You're just, like, looking down that angle. Like, you don't need to be actively doing something to hold something. Holding neutral, keeping the stick at neutral.
Yeah, but you don't hold the stick to do to keep it at neutral. You let go of the stick. You don't need to.
Right,
there's
which
no
is holding neutral.
No, you don't. You're not holding it, neutral. No, it's keeping itself at neutral. You can move it away from neutral, but to have it at neutral, you don't hold it. You do anything but hold it. So holding it at neutral, as a phrase, does it's like jumbo shrimp. You can't have both. Theoretically, you could hold neutral, but you're not holding it there. Holding it would assume it's trying to break out of that position, right? I don't know why it jumps down. I guess if the way holding neutral would make sense is if you have stick drift, right? And you are physically holding the joystick in neutral because it is no longer the stick's natural position is no longer neutral. And in that instance, you would then be holding neutral. We made it work. I still have player... No, I don't have player interactions off.
Oh my gosh, dude. You do not want to hear what I just found.
Oh no.
You want to see this tutorial? You want me to timestamp it?
Let's see it.
Alright, here. You can play this on stream if you so desire. Right in a paste. Here we go. It's timestamped.
Let's see, do I have a way? Should still have...
Close the lobby. Yo, that's hype.
Why is that one so shrunken too?
Dude, look at this.
Nice. So how'd you look at the separate mod ones?
You mean?
Oh, wait. Oh.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's gone. Like, frame 1, it's gone.
Dang.
Like, I don't have any settings to look at.
Go host another lobby and
From
see
this slot?
if the, like, in-game save slots.
Oh, maybe it's... Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay, it is saved to that.
Okay.
Good to know. What file is that on? Just so we know.
4, I believe.
Okay.
And I can look here.
One of those.
I think it's this one.
Alright. Speed kick tutorial.
If you do not have that amount
So
of
you turn the audio up real loud then.
Let me, trying to think of how I can boost it higher. Let me turn my... Well, I could probably quit the game. We could do this. Double the volume.
will just punch. However, if you hold the stick neutral and press B, even if you have a super high amount of speed, you will still punch and never dive.
Just because someone else says hold neutral doesn't mean they're right.
It is very
No, I'm
similar
just
to
saying that
QK
I've
case.
never
This
not
time,
heard it
you hold
being
it,
called.
and if you go
No,
fast,
like
Mario
that's
will dive
absolutely
neutral.
what the phrase is. The
But
phrase doesn't
if you
make
hold
sense,
neutral,
though.
Mario will
is
do
what
You
I'm
can't
saying.
criticize me
and conserve
if that's what the
runs.
phrase is.
No, I'm
You
not.
can't
I
just
wasn't
be like,
criticizing
you.
you.
You're not making sense if
This
you're gonna
is
admit
exactly
that
what
now you
QK is
understand what
based
holding
on.
the stick neutral is.
No,
And it
like
still
I
makes
know the
sense.
phrase. No, the phrase doesn't make sense.
Like, oh my gosh.
Like
dude.
I get what the phrase is. I get what the phrase means. I wasn't criticizing you. I was criticizing the phrase through criticizing you. No,
Okay.
like
All right, holding the door open, right?
yes.
Holding the door open. You are not touching the door at this point. It is completely just holding itself open.
What do you mean? What? No, when you're holding a door open, usually that refers to doors that are naturally trying to go to a closed state. You are holding it open. You don't hold the door well, I guess you could hold the door closed by applying force further in the direction of it closing. You could hold the door closed.
Yeah.
A door that
you can
stays
also hold.
a door that stays open, you're not holding open. You can open the door, but you don't hold that kind of door open. It just stays open. It holds itself open.
But it's holding.
You're not holding
It's
it.
holding. It's staying in a position.
You can hold the door, but you're not holding that door open, right? You can. There's a difference between holding a door that's open and holding a door open.
In both cases, though, you're holding the door open.
No, in both cases you're holding the door. In only one of the cases are you holding the door open, depending on the kind of door.
No, it's being held open in both cases.
No, the
What
door.
do you mean? If the door is open, the door is open.
If a door, so say the door to your room, right? It doesn't naturally close. It'll like if you open the door, it can stay open by itself, right?
Yeah.
So if you went over to your door while it was open like that and held the door, you're not holding the door open. The door was already open. The door's not going to stop being open when you let go of it. You're just holding the door.
Right.
You're not holding the door open, you're holding the door. while it's open.
I'm holding the door in an open position.
Yes, but that is not holding the door open.
But it is. Like, it just is.
No, it's not.
The closed door is in a neutral position? Yeah, that's true. Door is holding itself closed.
Yeah, see, doors are capable of holding themselves open and closed. Humans...
Right, but it's still holding.
It is. You aren't. So...
I would argue that I am holding it open, because I have the capability to close it.
Yes, but that would be closing the door. That wouldn't... Just
right,
because...
And I have the capability to move the stick or to not move the stick. And in the case of not moving the stick, I am holding it at neutral.
Yeah,
in
but
the case of not moving the door, I am holding it open.
But if
the door can't choose for itself what it does. I choose what it does.
Yes.
If I want that door to be open, I can make it open. If I want it to be closed, I can make it closed.
Yes, but if you decide to change its position, you're no longer holding that position, you are changing its position. If you're opening a closed door, you're not holding the door in an open position yet. You're opening the door. That's different from holding it open. Once you stop opening it, if it's a door that wants to go back closed, you would then hold the door open. In the case of your bedroom door, after you open the door, if you keep holding it, you're just holding an open door, but you're not holding it open.
I just fundamentally disagree. Like, I am legitimately holding it open.
No, you're not.
I'm telling you right now, hands are on my desk. The door, I'm holding the door open right now because it's open. The door is open, and I'm holding it open with both of my hands on the desk, tied behind my back, upside down.
What are you talking about? How are you? But you're not holding the door.
I am not in the physical action of holding the door, but I am holding the door open.
No, the door is holding itself open. Just because you're the one to open it.
No, because I have the power to close it.
That doesn't...
I have the power to move the stick.
Your ability to move it doesn't change anything. Like, you're not currently influencing its position. If you are holding something neutral...
Right, I'm not influencing its position. That is an influence in and of itself.
No, the act of holding is you influencing it. Like, if you're opening a door, you're influencing its position. If you're holding a door open, you're influencing it because its natural state is closed.
Well, some of them.
So, yeah, some of them. I appreciate Blizzard's viewpoint too. You know, I can't quite understand.
It's because I'm defending what everybody says.
Okay, I don't think if you asked everybody else, I don't think they would say that you are currently holding the door open with your hands on the desk, nowhere near the door. No one else would agree with you to say that you are currently holding the door
obviously, I'm making
open.
an extreme comparison, but it is holding the stick neutral.
No.
Yes.
Your finger is on the stick. Well, it could be. Typically, when I'm holding the stick, when I quote unquote hold a stick neutral,
when I'm holding a stick neutral, I'm not touching it.
Then you're not
holding. Okay, holding equals / equal. Like, does not equal. Holding does not equal touching.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so you're telling me in war, every single inch of territory that they have claimed that they're holding, there's a soldier touching every single little what is the word? Atom of dirt. Atom of dirt. Every atom of dirt is covered, being personally grasped by a soldier. No. They're holding the position.
Yes, but if I was on, like, dude, if I was in Maine and you were in Florida, but my armies controlled Florida, I wouldn't say I'm holding position in Florida. I'd say my
You are!
army.
What?
No, my army is holding position in Florida, assuming they're in that area. I'm not. I'm not in Florida. I can't be holding that position if I'm not there. I need to be.
Okay,
You
let's
need to
go
be.
smaller. Let's go smaller scale.
That is a bit
I'm
big scale.
I'm peeking a corner in CS:GO, right? I'm looking down one site. I'm holding a site because of that. I'm holding that position. I'm the
You
only
are.
one there.
You are holding that position. I agree with you on that. Your
That-
your sight line, your ability to affect that sight line is you holding that position. If
and
someone
we can agree that nothing. Sorry to interrupt, but that nothing in terms of physical holding is making me hold that position. I'm not physically grasping anything that is making me hold that position.
in that situation for that phrase, yes, you do not need to physically be holding it. Your sight, your ability to influence, it's about the influence. Your ability to influence that sight line at moment's notice is you holding that position. If anything were to move within your sight line of that hallway or whatever your sight line is, you can influence it immediately. And that is you holding the position. Now, if you turned around, you're not holding that position anymore. You're holding a different
Right.
position
Right.
because you can no longer influence that.
Right.
If you are not touching your joystick, you're not influencing it. You can't be influencing it at that moment. So you are not holding.
Well, wait, no, because like then you could just make the argument that I could just choose not to shoot. Like that doesn't make any sense. Like I am influencing it by not touching it. I am holding its position. I am not influencing it. If I turn around to hold B site, then I'm pushing right on the stick. I am influencing it in a different way. But right now I'm not influencing it. I'm just holding its position. Neutral.
Did you just say right now you're not holding it? You're not holding a position?
Like I'm not physically touching it. I mean, I guess I could be, but you know what I mean. I'm not physically touching it. Therefore, I am holding its position.
No!
Yeah. My God.
If you see, okay, so I've got here. Where's my cam? Where's my cam? I need a face cam for this. I'll even use my other controller so I can hold it higher.
To fire the gun, you have to hold the trigger.
Where's my... I've got a webcam scene, right? If it decides to work. Alright, cool. My webcam, not working. Let me see if I can add it to a different... oh, it's because I'm in Discord. That's right. Hold on. Let me leave the voice call real quick. And then I'll... Are we... Oh, we're still in the 3-player. Okay. Let me... How do I... Where's the leave call button? There it is. Alright. Now if I switch to webcam, it should work. Maybe not. Maybe if I add it. If I remove... Add... Oh, it didn't seem to like that. Alright, maybe not. I thought that usually worked. What if I added in this scene? I guess I can't do a webcam. I probably just need to restart things. So say I'm holding my controller, right? My left thumb is sitting on my left joystick. However, I am not inputting it in any specific direction.
Okay,
I'm not.
in a theoretical sense, sure.
I am not holding neutral. I am holding a joystick that is in the neutral position. I am not influencing it to be in that neutral position. Therefore, I am not holding neutral.
You are keeping it at neutral, so you are holding neutral.
Nothing I'm doing is
Yes, no, that's exactly
affecting
where
the
you're
joystick.
wrong. That's exactly where you're wrong.
What do
Something
you
you're
mean?
doing is affecting the joystick.
No, it isn't.
I wake up every day.
Wait. Let me rephrase that. Hold on. Nothing I'm doing is affecting it being in the neutral position. I won't say I'm not affecting it at all. I will say I'm not affecting it to be in that neutral position.
I'm just gonna keep throwing the same thing back at you, and we're never gonna get anywhere. I'm just gonna say the same thing.
I just don't see, like, your argument seems to rely on the fact that you don't need to be it, like, what I'm getting from your position is that you don't need to be causing it to do anything for it to be considered holding that position or holding that input. However, I'm not doing any input. It is its natural state. So, how can I say that I'm holding it in any way when I'm physically not doing anything?
Holding equals staying, and that's all I need to say. Like that literally is the entire reason why we call it holding neutral. It's never once in my mind ever been confusing because I've always understand hold neutral as in keep it there.
Yeah, but I think we always understand because that's just what people said.
I don't know what else I would say. There's nothing else that makes sense. Take your hand off the stick. Yeah, do a speed like kick and then take your hand off the stick entirely. Like that's just hold neutral. Like
Let it
aren't gonna understand.
return to neutral.
No, actually that won't work. It needs to be held at neutral.
No, it's the same
returning
thing.
to neutral, if it's returning to neutral, Mario will dive. So that actually won't work. You have
But
to
it's
let
not.
it. Yeah, you have to let it hold at neutral first before the kick.
Letting it return to neutral.
Letting it return. Okay, let it return to neutral and then hold neutral. You'd still have to say hold neutral.
Remain at neutral.
Right. Remaining at.
Yes, but but you're not remaining at neutral. The joystick is remaining at neutral. You're not doing anything. You're I in the sense of you not doing anything, you are doing something in this way where your inaction is the action you're seeking by letting it stay at neutral. However, you're not doing anything to cause it to be at neutral aside from not doing anything to move it out of neutral. All right, hold on. My brother's here. I'm bringing him into this.
Dude, synonyms for remain. Hold. Dude.
Yes, but for like the situation of hold your position, that it works in that sense, Dominic. Put your hand on the door handle right now.
Dude, you can't use that
No,
as
no,
an
no, no, no,
example.
no. Are you holding the door right now? Okay, so the handle is part of the door. Would you say that you are holding the door right now? No, like just holding it. Okay.
Even though it's a part of the door, I would say that it's separate when you say you're holding it.
Okay, you're separating things a bit. I guess you don't understand the full context. Would you say you're holding the door closed? The latch is holding the door closed. Interesting. So, could you open the door real quick? Yeah, if you could, if you would please.
Do you want me to turn the knob?
Do the action of opening the door. All right. Are you holding the door? You're holding the door handle. Okay. Would you say you're holding the door open right now?
Sort of.
I
In
can't
what?
hear it, so.
If somebody was walking towards me, I'm holding the door open. If it's just me, then no, I'm not holding it.
So if someone was walking through the door,
I'm holding the door.
you would say right now you're holding the door for them.
But right
Let go of the door handle. So the door's holding itself right now in that position, right?
I guess.
So if you put your hand on the door handle, are you holding it in that position or is the door holding it in that position? What part of you holding the door handle is keeping it in that position?
Because it's not moving. I don't know.
But if you let go, it's not moving too, right? Your Honor, he held the door.
You can't say that the door is holding itself closed. Well, yes, you can. But
Yes, you absolutely
I
can.
wouldn't hold the door closed. This isn't holding the door closed.
I would agree. I would say you just holding the door handle while it's closed is you're holding a door that happens to be closed, but you're not holding it closed, right?
Yes.
Yes, he said yes for for the jury to hear. Now if you were to like push on the door handle, would you then consider that you're holding the door closed?
At this point, I'm not holding anything except the handle.
But if you were like pushing the handle towards its
Not holding it. It's still closed. There's a.
well,
I would not.
you would not consider. Okay, all right. So
Since we're going with yes or no.
our
answers here.
ideas split at that point.
What? You would say this is holding the door closed.
If you were physically pushing it towards the closed position, I would say that's holding it closed because if someone was then trying to come in,
If I twist the knob and push,
yes.
yes, I am holding it closed.
Okay,
If
so
I let
we
go,
agree. Then the latch is holding it
the latch is
closed.
holding it closed.
Okay.
I think you guys are negating the fact that there's a latch.
No, so the point I'm trying to make, let me explain what Blizzard's point of view was here.
How old is he?
Blizzard is 20. All right. So, right now, your hands on your dog's head. According to him, you are holding the door closed right now. Am I correct in that thought process, Blizzard?
When talking in context of what we're talking about, yeah.
He said, in talking in our context, yes.
So right now, I'm holding the door.
You are holding the door closed right now.
You are choosing to make a decision where the door is still closed.
You're choosing to make a decision to where the door is still closed.
You know what? I'll even use the word remains closed.
Remains closed. I like the change
because
of
remain
vocabulary.
is a synonym for hold on Google.com.
He's giving me a disturbed look while shaking his head no.
It doesn't make sense.
I would
I
like.
don't expect people to. I don't expect people to agree with the door analogy, but I mean, I already know that I'm correct, so I'm arguing for something that I'm correct about.
I see. I don't think you're correct. Okay, Dominic. All right. So on a controller, right? You can move the joystick left, right, up, down, any of those combinations, right? Am I holding any position on the joystick right now? For the jury, my hand is off the controller. Right now, I'm not holding a position. He says no. All right. According to Blizzard, I am holding neutral. Now, to be fair, according to most of the internet, this would be considered holding neutral. So, in context, let's it's not enough to just go with the definitions of things.
Well, I would say
If
all
I-
you're doing right now is holding the controller.
If I'm holding up, right, and I let go for a split second and then hold up again, did I hold neutral at any point?
The whole neutral thing. I don't think that exists.
I rest my case. He said, I don't like the whole hold neutral thing. I don't think that exists. Thank you. No further questions. Would you like to cross-examine Blizzard?
No, I want to go to bed, and you need to next time you walk up to King Bomb, hold neutral longer, so you get a punch. I don't know what else to tell you, dude. You're just weird for this. Like you're just straight up weird for this.
The witness, actually not the witness. The expert agrees with me.
Right.
Thank you for coming to my TED talk.
Dude,
the jury.
I'm just like going through Reddit threads where they're like, yeah, I'm holding the stick neutral and it's doing this.
Dude, Reddit. You're trusting Reddit.
Dog, I unironically would trust this website over any other website I went on. I'm not about to trust Twitter.
Happy, just the person I was looking for. Happy. Does holding neutral exist? Now I feel like I'm giving like a college lecture. Would hold Happy, thank you.
Would you say if you're
Bro,
not
he doesn't even
using
know what the
steering
freaking
wheel,
context is.
You're holding it in neutral?
So for holding a steering wheel, right? The friction of the road has a tendency to shift which way the wheel is facing, right? So in that position, you holding the wheel in a neutral position is you holding neutral. In this situation, Blizzard, holding neutral does exist
Don't like that.
because it's constantly changing. So you are constantly influencing it to remain in the neutral position. If you're in a parked car, obviously, no. You're not doing anything.
I go by the Michael Scott theory. Nope, don't like that.
Cars are a little finicky with it because yeah, like this, like
There's
it will
constantly an
move.
influence on it.
It will move. So like, if I'm hands off of the wheel and I'm driving, chances are it's not gonna hold neutral because
Yeah.
it's gonna freaking move.
We absolutely agree on that.
Yeah, because I'm not holding it. I'm not hold physical grasping it, and I'm also not holding as in definition remain. It's not remaining in any position. It's moving.
And it's not like its neutral is changing. Its position is changing, but its neutral is still always going to be the same, which it's just there's alternate forces changing its position. And so in that case, holding neutral absolutely does exist.
You can argue to say there's no such thing as neutral if there's always a force acting on it.
Well, if you sit in a parked car.
You're not holding neutral. You're not holding anything.
But your point was that neutral doesn't exist. Neutral does exist because you can experience neutral in a parked car. So it does have a neutral position.
You are holding nothing in a parked car.
No, but your point wasn't that you're holding neutral in a parked car. Your point was that there is no neutral.
There is none.
There is a neutral because a parked car is resting at neutral.
You are at 0. Let's just say
You're not doing anything to affect the neutral position in a parked car. But the neutral position...
neutral position.
They're...
It's just not doing anything. That's what it is.
Blizzard, I'm asking for your help on this one.
Oh, hold on, I gotta, dude. I'm
Do you
looking
need
at,
to sleep?
I'm looking at controller. No, I don't need
Okay.
to sleep. I just want to sleep. I'm looking at controller threads and like trying to come up with different like analogies to argue further for no reason. But tell me what. Yeah, I wasn't listening. What you were talking about?
So, my brother is saying no neutral exists. Is this only for cars or just in general? I need further context.
I could probably argue it for everything.
He is saying he could probably argue that neutral does not exist in anything.
Maybe the shifter in a car. Because that's a thing.
I would say neutral is equals at rest.
I don't know how you're digging yourself into a deeper hole. His thing, so not only was he like, I could argue that neutral doesn't exist in anything, he's then like, maybe a shifter in a car. Which position is neutral for a shifter in a car that constantly are you talking about like the specific neutral position, or are you talking park?
The actual neutral position. Just because its name is neutral.
Its name is neutral, so
that's
the only true neutral is a car shifter that says neutral.
If they name it neutral, it's neutral.
And okay, I'll ask a question to both of you. If you are keeping the car in neutral and you're like gliding down a hill, are you holding the car in neutral?
All right, that's a good question. I like that. If your car is in neutral and you're going down a hill, are you holding the car in neutral?
Why would you be holding the car in neutral?
I agree. Why would you be holding the car in neutral? The car itself is in neutral.
Because it's called neutral.
But I put it there, and I'm keeping it there.
No, you're not keeping it there. It's keeping itself there.
No, I'm keeping it there.
If you're keeping it there, it's trying to get to a different position, which it isn't. It just stays in neutral until you choose to influence it again. You are correct in saying that you influenced it into the neutral position. However, that's where your influence ended. So you are no longer holding it, or well, there was never a point of you holding it because a shifter.
Well, my influence didn't end. My influence is constant.
If there's a dead zone in your controller,
I just wanted to hear what you guys. I don't know. I just like define hold. It just seems like you're forgetting a whole definition of it. That's all.
See,
that's what it comes down to.
For me, hold means that you are stopping it from returning to a different position. Would you agree with that, Dominic?
Yeah.
Because even if you're holding a ball, the only reason you're holding it is because gravity is pulling it down and you've influenced it into the air. And you are continually influencing it by not letting gravity take it. Right?
You're close to the edge, but I would say you're right.
I'm not even gonna argue with that. He says I'm close to the edge, but technically I'm right. I'm taking that as I'm correct.
Oh man.
Even if the ball is on the ground and you're holding the ball in its position, the only reason it'd be considered holding is if it were to then roll in a direction if you let go of it. However, if you remove your hand,
If it was a slope.
if it was a slope, thank you. Thank you for adding to that. Now, if I grab this muffin, right? It's a pistachio muffin for anyone wondering.
Doesn't add.
If I wrap my hand around it, my hand is around a muffin that
Okay,
is
you're physically
sitting.
holding it there.
No, like my hand around the top of it, not around the bottom.
Okay.
My hand is around a muffin that's sitting still. If I release my hand, that muffin's not going anywhere. So the fact that I put my hand around it doesn't change the fact. Doesn't mean I'm holding the muffin. It just means I was putting my hand around the muffin. Right? Same thing with if it was a ball. If the ball doesn't move when I remove my hand, I wasn't holding the ball. I was just touching the ball.
Possibly. If you
Okay.
stand the egg up.
I can get with that more than anything else because
Okay.
it actually directly applies.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, the muffin isn't meant to move, so it's still not a 1-to-1.
Well, okay. What
But
I would.
I'll give you that. Now, technically, you're still holding the muffin because you're physically holding it. So you're going like by another definition there. But when we're talking about definitions 2 and 3, keep or detain and remain secure, intact, and in position, um, it's like, yeah, you have like a bit of a point. Like it's still remaining secure and intact or in position. So it's like it's still holding, but
So I really like this message from Rian. Neutral holds itself. Smiley face. I think that says it all. See, even going off of your the definitions that I'm assuming Google.com has given you.
oh yeah, I'm all over it. There's actually like 8, but like most of them are kind of the same.
The thing is, those definitions don't go over what or who is doing the holding. Right? I agree with those definitions. I disagree that I think you're trying to correlate those definitions to your influence of it. However, if we go to Rian's message, neutral holds itself. The joystick on the controller is holding neutral. You aren't holding neutral. It is. It holds itself in place.
I don't like that. I feel like that's saying red is the color red.
That is, I don't know how you're comparing that to red is the color red.
Okay.
Neutral.
The mechanics in the controller are causing it to hold that position. The pieces of the controller hold it in that position.
Is it though?
What else is keeping it in that position?
I guess you could say itself.
Thank you. Because it's the pieces
Well, no.
it's the pieces that make up the controller that cause that to be its neutral position, correct?
I don't like the term. Neutral.
You don't like the term neutral. Of course you don't. The tension of the springs in the controller holds the joystick in position, which we deem the neutral position of the object.
You guys, Steve.
Yes, we Blizzard, myself, and Rian
It stays in place.
yes, it stays in place, which I would assume if I googled definition of neutral.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I want to see this.
Neutral, the first definition, not helping or supporting either side in a conflict, disagreement, having no
If there's a spring, then that spring is acting as tension to hold it in place.
Say that again?
If there's a spring, it's tensioning something, so it's not neutral because there's force.
But the spring is in its neutral position.
There's still force
you cause the tension by moving it.
Going
Currently,
to bed in 3 minutes.
okay. Currently, it's not under tension. I mean, like, I'm sure there is some tension.
Yeah,
So
but
it's
we're
not
talking
safe to
like.
submit that it's not neutral.
However, no, it is neutral because anytime if it is left by itself, it will remain in that position
Why?
because everything in the controller is making it so that's true.
Why? Why are you bouncing around the fact that there's a spring holding it in place?
Because I'm using words that make
That make it seem
more
like it's
sense.
neutral?
The springs inside of it hold it in that position. See, the thing you're getting at, he's trying to argue that the joystick isn't in neutral position because there's springs in tension holding it there. However, that doesn't change the neutral position of the joystick. You're trying to argue a difference with the neutral state of the spring, which is a different argument. We can I can agree with you that the spring is not in its neutral state. However, the spring not being in its neutral state with how it's configured in there causes the joystick to be in its neutral state.
No. Just no.
Yes.
Just no.
I Blizzard
All right. In my last minute.
His last minute. This is a closing argument.
In my last minute, can we at least agree that when the stick is not being touched, that is the neutral position being held? By whatever, whoever, it's being held at neutral.
While we may disagree on what is holding it in neutral, I can agree it is being held in neutral.
All right. Good enough. Listen, man, to grab the bomb at high speed, you need to put the stick in a position where it is being held at neutral. Thank you so much for having me on the stream. It's been a pleasure. I want to thank my parents. I want to thank my friends, my family. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed.
You have a good night, Blizzard.
See ya.
Why don't you text Michael in the group chat?
You want me to text
I
Michael?
want to see what Michael thinks.
I'll text Michael.
I'm curious.
I'll message him. We're staying on stream until we hear back from Michael.
Are you streaming?
Yeah, this has been on stream. Alright. A quick Google search says that game controllers have two springs, one in the X and Y axis. Okay.
So I rest my case. There is a spring. The spring is tension.
First off, the Google search did not mention that they were in tension.
It's a spring. It's implied.
The fact that the springs are in tension does not change anything about the joystick being in neutral. That just tells us the springs are not in their neutral state, which is a different argument.
I don't know. All right. Yes, that is. Let's see what Michael says.
Um, I'm trying to find the right way to word this.
It's your question, yeah.
So what question am I asking? Am I asking him the argument that I was having with Blizzard, or sorry, not the argument. It wasn't an argument. It was a debate. We were being we were being very civil about it.
The question for him was, is there a such thing as neutral, right? For a controller?
No, so
Whenever
the
you asked him, that's what you were debating with him. So I would say ask that.
okay, so I'm asking Michael. See, the thing with that is so far you have agreed with me to some degree that I am not holding neutral on the controller right now. But then you spun it into like neutral doesn't exist and
But I don't understand how you can be holding neutral if you're not holding the controller.
okay, so then if I pick up the controller and I put my finger on it, am I
You're still
holding?
not holding anything.
I'm not holding. My finger is on it, but I'm not holding it in neutral. It's just okay.
You can argue that you don't even hold the controller down. You push it down. You push or pull.
What?
Pull. You pull the joystick down.
Yeah, but you're pulling it, and that force is pulling it towards your hand, which is then applying an equal and opposite force in the other direction to keep it in its same spot. That's not a safe spot to put your head.
I guess. Let's see what Michael says.
Yeah. All right. So I'm saying like say you have a controller, right? And your thumb is resting on the joystick. Not moving it. Would you say you're holding neutral? He doesn't get any of the context. He gets the raw question in the first the most common example that we were going over. That specific situation. Is he online? Call him up. Phoning a friend.
Oh, whoops. Headphones are
We're hopefully gonna get a live reaction to the question. He picked up. All right.
Yes.
All right, Michael.
Yeah.
All right. I'm giving you a visual. All right.
Oh,
Are you looking?
yes.
All right. So I'm holding the controller, right?
Yes.
My thumb is just kind of resting on the joystick. I'm not like moving it at all. Am I holding neutral on the joystick?
Oh, okay, hold on, AJ. Sorry, I'm playing Overwatch. I didn't want to go and go. We're almost done. We just made the team leave.
You made the team leave. Okay. All right. So so I'm holding the controller, right? Thumb's just resting on the joystick. Am I holding the joystick in neutral? Like am I What do you mean? No, I'm talking about my left.
It's just an example.
Am I so for my left thumb it's just kind of resting on the joystick. Am I holding neutral?
Yeah, that's why I hold it.
But would you call that holding neutral?
I don't. I guess so. Kinda. Yeah, because like it's in the middle, like it's not moving. So yeah. Maybe I'm overthinking it.
So if I take my thumb off, am I holding neutral? So for the joystick, my thumb's just to the side of it. Am I holding neutral?
No.
Why
I don't know.
not?
I feel like the thumb gives you.
I don't think you
He
understand.
just wants to know if, like,
Would you consider this holding neutral on the joystick?
Am I supposed to know the term holding neutral, or you just mean like in general?
Well, I'm trying to understand your
I struggled with it too.
how
Like,
you would. Okay, so let's go with the door example then.
I didn't
All right.
like the door example, to be fair.
So our door is closed, right? If I put my hand on the doorknob, am I holding the door closed? Would you say?
Are you holding it closed?
Yeah. Like it's closed right now. If I put my hand on it, would you say that I'm holding the door closed?
Yes, but like it depends on your definition of holding. Because I don't you is it holding considered applying force, or are you just holding? I guess you're holding the door closed. Yeah, you're holding it while it's closed.
I'm holding it while it's closed, but am I holding it closed? You don't sound confident
I
with
think
that.
you're overthinking this a lot.
Yeah, you're holding the door closed. Like since you're holding it while it's closed.
Okay. So then if I opened the door and then let go of the door, would you say I'm holding it open?
No, because you're not holding it at all.
But then if I put my hand on the door, would you say I'm holding it open?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, I'm so lost.
Theoretically, you'd be applying a minute force on the door even if you're not trying to. So that's true.
I didn't like any of the examples, to be fair.
So Michael, let me explain my point of view, right? So to me, the door is closed right now. I'm not doing anything to it. If I put my hand on the door's still closed, but I'm not doing anything to keep it closed. My hand's just on the door, right?
Yeah.
Now if I open the door and I take my hand off the door, it stays open. So if I then put my hand back on the door, I'm not holding it open. It would stay open even if my hand wasn't on it. So I wouldn't say that I'm holding it open.
Why is there a phrase, hold the door open?
Because some doors will naturally close.
Then
So are you saying some doors you are holding?
Yes, some doors you can hold open. Like the door to your work closes behind you, right?
Yes.
So you opening it and actively keeping it open,
I think that's why I was confused.
you're holding it open because its natural state is to be closed.
Our door isn't like that, Mike.
Yeah, he's been to our house.
I know.
Being the doorknob, that's news to me.
We just got it. That's okay. They were debating him and his friend.
Yeah, so the debate was with the controller. I'm saying that holding neutral doesn't exist. Or holding in this situation, don't give me that look. In this situation, I'm not holding neutral. It's the joystick is in neutral, but I'm not holding it in neutral. I'm holding a joystick that happens to be in neutral.
Because it's not moving by itself.
Well, because I'm not influencing it to be in neutral.
Yes.
It'll just naturally be there whether I'm holding it.
Would be like moving, and you put your thumb on neutral. Then would you be holding neutral?
Yes. So like a car,
Yeah.
like
Okay,
when
so-
you're driving, you're holding it in neutral because it's constantly shifting.
So the object in question has to be in motion for you to be holding.
Yes.
No.
Not necessarily that it needs to be in motion. Not necessarily that it needs to be in motion, but that you're holding it against what it is trying. You are keeping it from going where it wants to. So like if you're say you're holding a ball, you're holding it because gravity is trying to pull it down, and so you're keeping it from going down.
Gotcha.
So that's when I would say that you are holding the ball.
Are you for or against this?
For or against what?
How I can be against or for either. There's so many.
So then
Can we message Harvard or something? We get like collegiate.
get Harvard, get all the Ivy League schools to on this very scientific question.
I want to hear what like Bill Gates thinks on this.
So Michael, that brings us back to the controller, since we have to loop back.
It's the controller is the question.
If you put your finger on the joystick but you're not moving it, would you say that you are holding neutral? All right.
It doesn't want to go anywhere.
In case that didn't come through on my mic, Michael did in fact agree with my viewpoint that you are not holding neutral.
Really like listen to like it. Yeah, the only way you can hold something is the whole like is water wet thing.
Is water wet?
See, we're not getting into is water wet.
I said it makes things wet.
Oh,
we're not.
Interesting view. Okay,
we're not getting into that. Is
we're getting into the rabbit hole here.
Yeah, it's a whole different field of study.
We can make a podcast off of stuff like this.
Oh my gosh, that looks so strange, seeing that emote facing the other way.
I love you, Danila. Oh,
Her nose is brown because she's been in dirt.
she's so cute.
All right, I think that ends our debate session for today. Oh my gosh, how did you make that one bigger? Why is the left one bigger? I don't get it. Is that only on my screen that the left one is bigger?
No, stop.
The left emote that Rian posted, like the one facing to the right, is larger than the one facing to the left. Here, I'm gonna send a picture to Blizzard of it to see if he can confirm or deny if that's what it looks like for him. Oh, okay, you didn't see it.
Oh, I'll let you go, Mike.
Okay, sorry.
Thanks for joining in. I appreciate it.
Hello?
Oh, it's not doing it. There he is. What does the fox say?
No, ring ding 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 ding.
Whatever. That was close enough.
It was a very instrumental song of our generation. Come on, Dominic.
Traumatizing for the kids in the video.
Yeah, it's definitely like. So that's Orion in that one. The middle one is a smaller size, where the two outer ones are larger. Which is weird because that's the same one that was smaller in the previous message. I wonder, can you post 5 but have like 1, 2, post 5 of the same emote? Interesting. So it slightly shifted some of them. No, that's just how it is. See, at first I thought it was one of my extensions, maybe like mixing the size of emotes when they're next to each other so that it's easier to like separate them. But then that would also break like multi emotes. So that probably wouldn't be good. Huh. Oh, wait. Yeah, so all of those are the same size in that message. I'm going crazy. I don't understand what's going on. But like those are all the same size. I've got no clue then. All right. Dude, Blizzard, I'm not crazy. Like, I could send you another screenshot. But I agree. I think I do just need to go to bed. Because I think the door, I think it's time to close that discussion, so to speak. Hold the bed down for you. Well, see that's the thing. I that's an interesting that's an interesting one. Is laying on a bed, holding it down? Do you need to like actively be trying to hold it in a position? Ad time? All right, we're running 1 minute of ads. I'm just I'm just gonna end the stream and run the ads right before I click stop streaming. Everybody, thank you for watching. Blizzard and I will likely be back tomorrow, possibly with Baronade for more SM64 co-op. So hopefully we see you there, and have a good night.